Design settings is where you will change out your fonts and colors to match your unique brand. To find the design settings tab that's popped up right now, you'll just click on this little paintbrush icon that's behind the window currently. It's right underneath your site settings and right above your media library. So just click on that and this window will pop up. In order to change the colors, pull out your brand colors where you'll find the hex codes that correspond to the colors that go with your branding. And then you'll click on each of these colors and you can just copy and paste in your new colors. Do keep in mind that wherever this color is in use on the template, whatever color you swap in will take its place. So if you copy and paste in a purple color, let's say, into this spot here, anywhere where this kind of dark bluey gray exists on the template will turn to purple. Likewise, if you were changing this to like a lavender and you copy and pasted in the hex code for your lavender color, anywhere where this color lives on the template would change to lavender. So do think a little bit strategically about how you'd like to use your colors. So if, let's say, you want all of your titles to be that dark purple, then you would probably want to swap out this color. Or if you wanted all of your scripty fonts here or your main subheadings to be a white color, then you would swap out the corresponding color, etc. So do keep that in mind so that you can make your job easier in terms of customizing after the fact. If you can swap in the colors that you think will serve similar purposes based on your brand, that will make it the easiest for you afterwards because they'll just all change magically to the right color for your needs. So again, just go through, copy and paste in your hex codes, and they will take effect wherever that particular color is in use on the website. In terms of fonts, if we click over to this tab, you have Google Fonts preloaded into your Showit account already. So if you wanted to add, let's say, this Able font, you can just add that and click Add Google Font, and it'll be ready for you to use. If you do have custom fonts that go with your branding, you can upload the web font version of them into your media library. That would be a font file ending in .woff. And you would just upload that file into your media library, which I'll show you how to do in a moment, the same way that you would upload a photo or a logo file, for example. Once you have uploaded those, you can add them to your site just by finding them in your custom fonts library here. Let's say this one here. Great, we've got it. And then you would just hit save. Once you've saved, you'll want to go back in to your design settings by clicking that paintbrush one more time. And then you can go in and decide which font will be used for each of these options: your title, your heading, your subheading, and your paragraph. You can update these very similarly to how you would any other kind of word processor where you set fonts, etc. Just by choosing the font that you have selected, changing the size. The line height is the amount of space between lines of text for that particular type of text. So for title in this case, letter spacing is the amount of space between letters. You can align to the left, center, right align, or justify to make it even on both sides. You can decide if you want this particular type of font to be always normal case, however you typed it, uppercase, lowercase, or title case, which means it will capitalize all of the first letters. You can set the color based on the numbers that are up here. And then you can also set like margins, or if it's a link, different colors like that. You also have the opportunity to select or adjust the fonts for both desktop and mobile, which is great because it allows you to customize your fonts based on that particular user experience. So don't forget to make adjustments accordingly on the mobile version as well. For example, with this template, we're using Butler Bold in this kind of orangey color for both desktop and mobile, but I don't want it to be quite so big on mobile because that would look extra big on a cell phone. So I'm able to make separate adjustments for font size and spacing, etc., that are unique to the mobile version. You can open or close those settings for each type of heading just by clicking the ... Then you'll go down to your heading and you can make changes there as well. Excuse the fire siren going on. Living in New York has all of those fun sound effects. And then likewise, you'll want to make the change here or make any adjustments for mobile, subheading, etc., and paragraph. Do note that because these are your site design settings, if you make a change here, it will take effect everywhere where that type of type or that type of font is in use on your site. So everywhere where your title font selection is in use, if you made this size 100, it will become size 100 everywhere on your site. This is great for making widespread changes throughout your site and for making sure that your fonts are all consistently used throughout your site. So all your title fonts are always the same, all your paragraphs are always the same. But do note that if you make a change here with a font size, color, etc., it will take effect everywhere where that color or font is in use on your site. If you do want to change just a specific text element size or color on a given one-time use case on your site, perhaps maybe you want your heading on your homepage to be bigger or smaller, you can adjust individual text boxes on your site using a different setting, and I'll show you that in a different video. So these again are just your site-wide fonts and colors that allow you to make these settings in one place, and they'll take effect everywhere where that color or font is in use.